Come and see. השחר זרח מעל לחברון.
What was that?
The dawn reaches even unto Hebron.
Well, we'll never reach Cortico La Parra if we don't make a move.
Franz. Franz.
What?
I want you to telephone Heinz Wacker.
What, now?
It'll be evening there. He'll be at home. The number's in my address book. I want you to ask him about my father's banking arrangements. They'll have been made that end. He won't tell you much, but he'll tell you in general terms. Tell him it's vital. This is the movement's last chance. He'll understand.
You really want me to get up now? Why can't we phone from here?
Because I don't trust Ruckert. He could well have this phone tapped. He doesn't trust us either. If you go to the post office round the corner, they have special payphones that accept credit card charging.
How long will it take to drive to this dilapidated cortijo?
About an hour and a half, once you are out of the town.
Last time I was here, I lived in that shabby Casa dos Comenos, not far from the border. Don't think you've been there long either.
Joseph doesn't like to stay anywhere very long. He's allergic to being established. Who can blame him?
What happened to Eichmann's family? Do they still live in Buenos Aires?
Yes, still in San Fernando. His son, Horst, insists on flying the Nazi flag every year to commemorate his father's execution in Jerusalem.
And what happened to Pfeiffer?
We do not know. He left Santiago under pressure. The Reichsleiter used to visit him every week, as you know. But now, who knows? Courage, mon vieux. All is not lost.
It is to these people, Hans. No, even you resort to French when you speak of courage. Where is Bormann? Why is he not giving us the word?
Oh, the Reichsleiter is 80, man. Where is he living? In Bolivia. He's not been there long. He too moves about. He too is nervous.
Hans, why have you never allied yourself with the young activists? You're their hero, the most decorated flyer of the war, the handsome, dashing Colonel Ruckert. They'd follow you anywhere. Why, Hans?
Because they were and are a disorganized rebel. Their National Socialism savors of anarchy. We still exist. 40 years on, we plowed the field well, we sowed well. What matter a few tares? The crop was splendid.
You're going to say we were beaten by the weather? No. No joking, my friend. The life is in them, not in this charade here.
I was only partially joking. They are a rebel. They're basically anarchists. Their pretense of love for the fatherland is a front to make their terrorism palatable. There's no substance in them, Kessler.
Well, you were right. There has been movement in two quite separate accounts, both with the same bank in Buenos Aires. The one account is in the name of Dorf Industries and has been in existence for about 20 years, but the other is a very special account, most hush-hush. It was opened specifically for one major operation, and it was opened 8 days ago. That's all he'd tell us, I'm afraid.
Then we'll have to rely on Don Julian. Or persuade my father.
That we will never do.
I'm not so sure. He's becoming increasingly disillusioned. I talked to Don Julian last night. He will help us.
You sure? He's always been totally loyal to the Kameraden. You won't abandon them now, surely?
Don Julian is loyal first and foremost to Don Julian. If we are the instrument that will make him happy, he'll support us.
Then what do we have to do to persuade him?
Nothing at all for a moment. Let my father's disillusionment become complete. Then we'll approach him.
Hotter than hell out here by midday.
I'm used to it. In Israel, it's very hot, too.
Trouble with being Aryan stock is that you go pink.
I have marked the map for you. Destroy it immediately you get back.
I'm not a complete fool, Hans.
No, I know. But we are still war criminals, remember?
Why? I don't consider myself a criminal, war or otherwise. I did my duty as I saw it to my father and to my Führer. Where is my crime? In what way are you different from the much decorated air aces of the RAF? Your war record is as great as any Allied airman. What's the difference?
They thought they were flying for freedom and democracy. We flew for supremacy. It was ours by nature, our birthright.
If Borman's in there, I'm going to need a closer angle.
Post dispatch.
Sir.
These will be delivered by hand by my selected personnel. This Krebs you will take into Asuncion, where you will be met by Ulrich Muller. He will be on the tarmac by the plane. You will give these to his passenger when he has produced his green card. No conversations will be entered into, no identities exchanged. Is that understood?
Sir.
You will no doubt recognize the passenger. He's a world-famous statesman. But that recognition will remain with you or die with you. That clear?
Sir.
Now, you are probably aware that we are on the verge of something we have long awaited. 3 months from today will be the tag. You will give no sign that you know this. Success or failure of the operation depends upon total security. Rankle, you will take 4 men into Asuncion, where you will go to the airport and contact the police. Every arrival will be double-checked.
May I ask what we are looking for, sir?
An Israeli hit group.
And if we find them?
Kill them without question. But you are still here.
I will go myself. But I confess to being deeply disappointed that there is so little enthusiasm for immediate action. I will make the necessary arrangements. Auf Wiedersehen.
could it have happened?
I don't want to talk about it. Not now, please. I just want to sit with someone I love, someone I trust. I think I was unnerved more than I suspected. I'm sorry.
Have you got the photograph of the Israeli girl? The one that was shooting at you that's here in Ascension?
Oh, yes. Yes. It's the airport arrival photograph. Well, we know now she's not alone. But how many? The organization is not what it once was. Rookwood has still not found her.
Then they're being harbored by someone.
I sense that I'm also being tailed. I thought at first it might be a bodyguard ordered by Rookwood, without telling me, but I know our methods. I was trained in them. These are not Kameraden. I must stay alive, Ingrid. There can be no future without me. Tokens, signatures mean nothing without my living body.
You mean you must be there in person?
I mean I must be there alive. The imprint of a dead body is quite different. If I'm dead, all that money is lost forever. You understand this?
Will you drive back here this evening so that we can have dinner together?
Yes. Yes, I'd like that.
Why can't you move into the hotel with us? Or why must you stay out there, wherever it is? It can't be comfortable.
For the time being, it's probably best, and certainly safer.
For whom, Father?
For Kameraden, who else? And probably for me, as I seem to be the target for the month. It's also safer for you, and that matters to me very much. Now I must report back. I'll see you at 8 this evening.
No, he is not back yet. Was there a reason?
No, nothing. I was merely concerned that these Israeli people you mentioned were not being difficult. We must guard our colleague, Colonel. He is too valuable to lose or mislay.
Perhaps after today we shall know what is going to happen and when.
But in the meantime, might it not be prudent to take some action for security reasons, if for nothing else? Possibly evacuate these premises and move to the Fonda by the eastern border.
Is there enough reason for such action?
Discretion and valor, Colonel. The British have it right. That is why they win.
Forgive me, Colonel. You come to the radio room, please. Dr. Mengele is asking for you urgently.
Colonel Rookwood speaking. Come in, Joseph. Over. I'm not receiving you very well, Joseph. Did the meeting with Bormann go as planned? Over. Where is Kessler? I repeat, Joseph, where is Kessler? Over.
There is always difficulty over the Bahis.
Even the Al-Azhar, if they are making for Bolivia.
Cancel all leave. Call the men back from Asuncion immediately. Full alert, as from now.
machine doesn't work like everything else in this godforsaken country. I don't have possessed anyone to come and live here.
Because it's safe, sympathetic, and without extradition. I've never seen my father like that before. Not even when my mother died. Then it was just grief. He loved her, you know. And she loved him. He owed his life to her, he said. I never knew what he meant, and I never asked. But I'm sure it was true.
He's just scared, that's all. Jews were taking projects with me, I'd be scared. He'll get over it.
No, it isn't that. He doesn't frighten easily. He's prudent and will keep his head down, but he doesn't frighten. Something else. I think I know what it is. It augurs well for us. I said it would. When you go back after the fiesta, I want you to alert all the units and get them into a state of readiness by mid-July.
Now you're talking. It's about time we saw some action.
There's something I still have to do. I have to settle that Israeli bitch once and for all myself.
You let me deal with her.
No, he's my father. I have to settle the score. Can you find out for me what the Kameraden know about you already?
No problem. Just go straight to the local police. I know who gets the Kameraden their information. Oh, do we have $100? It's better all the time, don't you think?
I think my glass is empty.
Bueno, muchísimas gracias, doctor, ¿eh?
Muchas gracias.
Y adiós.
Adiós.
The doctor says you are mad and do not deserve to be healed. The muscles are badly torn and will give much pain.
I don't need a doctor to tell me that.
Senor Ricardo, it's not good you stay here and cannot move. The police will know by now you are not registered. They will start to look, to make questions. I think he's not so safe anymore. It's better you both come to my apartada. They will not search there.
They might. It's too dangerous.
No, it's best. I am decided, okay? I will check all is all right. We go now?
Back.
Successful meeting, I hope.
Not particularly.
Oh, I helped myself to one of your cigarettes. I hope you don't mind.
Not at all. I thought you only smoked cigars. I have some if you prefer it.
Thank you, no. Ruckert, I'm in agreement with rumors I have heard. The Reichsleiter is no longer in command of himself. He is not fit to control.
Several others capable of doing so.
Who? That butcher, Mengele, Gunther? Or other spectacular schemes to rescue Hesse or capture Speer? No, Hans.
No, you and I are the only ones left who are capable. But where are our followers, Hans? Where are our legions?
We have no shortage of supporters, as you well know. Our people are strategically placed throughout the world. In Germany alone, we could assume control in 48 hours if we so wished.
I can't think you really believe that. Oh, yes, of course, we have muscle. No one denies that. But in 5 years, we will have none. They will all have retired or died. Our muscle will have atrophied. No, we've kept ourselves apart from the young for too long.
They are lunatics, carpetbaggers of terrorism.
And what have we here, Hetz? Let me see them. Show me. Strutting dagos in fancy dress. My daughter's right.
You reached agreement with Bormann. You are able to operate the account?
Yes. I am. No one else can. All those billions are now in my power, Hans. Does that not worry you?
No. Joseph is worried. Should I worry?
No. Seeing the Reichsleiters upset me. And that gargoyle Mengele always makes my flesh creep. They radioed you, talked with Joseph then?
Yes, I have. He told me that the Jewish girl had turned up again. Apparently not alone. Very persistent. Is it something I should know? I also find it odd that you have been back some time and you did not report to me. I had to come and wheedle it out of you. And even then, no word from you about the Jewish attack. Why? Why, Kessler?
Oh, it just didn't seem to matter. Oh, I knew Mengele would be on you screaming blue murder and demanding the Jews are liquidated. And if they're coming after anyone, surely it would be after Joseph himself.
There is no special reason why they're coming for you. Something that you have not told us.
Of course not.
Well, if there were, we should either have to kill you or abandon you to your fate.
Aren't you forgetting something? I have the sole access to the great fund. Without me, there's no money. None.
I have built an organization which could hold the world in its grasp, if it so wished. They will do as I say because they believe in me and trust in me. Together, we have built the Kameradenwerk and linked it with all good National Socialists still in Europe and in Germany. Since the war, I have brought 87 of my old comrades to safety. What we do here is important. It is our goal. It does not matter 1 iota compared with the safety of those men.
It does not matter. And our grand design?
Is secondary. Comrades come first. I mean that, Kessler. You and I may be old comrades, but my loyalty is to those men.
Tranquilo, tranquilo. Siéntate. Muy bien, hombre. Please. Senor Bauer. You. Rest the leg. And Senorita Rack and I will make coffee. Hey, you like pigeons?
Yes.
It's my little hobby. How you say my pride and... Oh, mais comment se dit eso? Sí. Joy. The pride and joy. I show you. Come. Hola, bonitos. ¿Qué dices? A comer, a comer. Come. Hola, ¿qué dices, María? Oh, is this one is María? Hey, you see, these are my children, eh? Here, a little food, okay? Here. Bueno, niños. Anda, María. Ven, a comer. Sí. Ven, muy bien. This is María? You see how they love you?
Adios.
Okay. Hey, now I'll make you some coffee, eh? Come. I'll show you where the things are. Guys, coffee pot and coffee. Is no milk. Bueno, it's no matter, I think. And here. Okay? You manage all right?
I think so.
I like this lady, eh? She's very pretty, I think. You are a very fortunate man, senor. This Kessler is not killed, and the others fly away like the birds. For you, this is good, maybe not so good, huh? It's not so good if the others come looking for you and your lady friend.
Why doesn't your country kick them out, Jose? Why didn't you do it a long time ago?
What for? They do us no harm. They bring money, it's good for us. They make trade with countries in Europe, it's good for us. Why must we kick them out? Senor, what happens in Europe is no concern of ours. And what happens here is no concern of yours.
These are criminals, men wanted for the deaths of thousands of human beings. You can't aid them as a nation without incurring the condemnation of the world.
We can also level that argument at you, Richard. What is Germany doing about putting its own house in order?
Whatever we can. But it's little enough, I agree.
Because Germany does nothing, we Israelis have to. And why didn't you do something immediately after Nuremberg, when everything was geared for it?
Oh, for God's sake, girl, grow up. You weren't even alive. You had no idea what it was like. Germany was in ruins. Every mark, every effort went into building houses, factories, anything to make us viable as a nation. You expect us to have spent time and hundreds of thousands of marks in chasing criminals around the world? We're more concerned with building schools and hospitals for those people left alive. Let's get our priorities right, shall we?
I don't think quite like that.
No, you Israelis don't. Understandably, perhaps. But Jerusalem is not the center of the universe. And please understand, I don't feel guilty anymore. Young Germany, of course, never has felt any guilt.
Coffee.
Jose, the fiesta that is starting, what is it?
Oh, it's the Festival of Ascension. Tomorrow. Ascension Day. From this city gets its name. Tonight, at midnight, all over the city, simple, ordinary people, we start banging drums. Oh, all kinds of drums, big, small. But they will do it very loud. And they will keep it up for 2 hours. Then stop. And there will be complete silence everywhere in the city. No cars, no buses, nothing. No radio, no television. Just silence for 3 hours. It's incredible. The second drumming is from 5 till 7, again stop, then silence. At 9, they will start drumming for 2 hours more. Then at 11, exactly, when they say, Jesus Cristo, Christ ascended into heaven, they will stop for the last time. Then 15 minutes later, they will, wow, explode into fiesta. Fireworks, music, dancing, everything. It's fantastico. You will see. It's very beautiful.
So, you are Ludwig Kessler. The fatherland is well pleased with you, Kessler. You are a credit to the National Socialist movement. I am delighted to welcome you into the SS.
I want to know where he is. Anything could have happened to him. He arranged to have dinner with me, 8 o'clock, he said. Oh, you know my father. Punctuality is an obsession with him.
Indeed. The only time I ever saw your father slightly disgruntled with your mother was at your birth. You were almost a day late. Madeline told me afterwards she drank almost half a litre of castor oil in order not to upset him too much.
Julian, I'm serious. I'm worried. If I had known the address of the Kameraden headquarters, I should have gone there directly. Will you tell me, please?
No. I can't. And I won't.
Why not?
Because I have sworn a solemn oath not to. Oh, I know it doesn't mean much to you and your generation, Ingrid, but it matters to me.
You twist anything to suit your desires. Don't pretend to a virtue that even your friends recognize as wanting.
You are so like your mother. She was a very attractive woman. I once made a highly improper suggestion to her, and she put me sharply in my place. A faithful wife. About as unexpected as meat in enchiladas.
Oh, Don Julian, I don't think you hear me. I need your help.
I hear you very well, my little Ingrid. Now come and sit down beside me and stop worrying about your father. He is perfectly safe, I assure you.
How can you be sure of that?
Because I have kept a discreet surveillance upon your father ever since he left his meeting with Senor Bormann. My men have strict instructions to prevent anyone so much as shout at him.
How can you rely upon them? Latin Americans aren't all that trustworthy. Can you be sure?
I can be sure. You see, they will be smeared with honey and pegged out on an anthill if they do not. I would remind you that I, too, am Latin American. I am used to Teutonic clumsiness, but in the mouths of the young, I find the insult insulting.
I'm sorry. I am worried about my father.
Of course, but I would suggest he has merely been delayed and will join you as soon as he possibly can. But he will come to no harm, I give you my word.
Thank you. Forgive me being rude. Why are you so concerned about him?
For the same reason as you, my little Ingrid. Filial devotion to one side. You are concerned to see that nothing inhibits or prohibits the materialization of this vast fortune, which could so materially affect our interests.
Our interests? Then I can rely upon your mendacity, even if I doubted your loyalty.
I think we understand each other. And now, just before you burst in upon me, I had opened a bottle of champagne. And I think we should drink it before it becomes completely flat, because that would be a mortal sin. It is a 1969 Diamant Bleu. We drink Confucian to our enemies. So.
What happens now?
Well, the possibilities are limitless. But I feel somewhat in loco parentis. So against my better judgment, I will send you away, back to your hotel, to wait for your father until he comes, however late.
I suppose you're right. I feel much better. Thank you. I am grateful for what you're doing. Even if it is self-interest. Well, mainly.
Shall I take you back to your hotel?
Oh, thank you. Now I have a car.
Then it is good night. Buenas noches, niña.
so frightened.
Well, they haven't got me yet. Is that what you were thinking?
Hello, 238. Will you send up a bottle of brandy, please, immediately? The best you have. Yes. 238. What's happened?
Nothing I wasn't expecting, I suppose. It's just something of a shock to recognize that the men one has revered, worked with us, comrades in arms, are nothing but empty husks. Stuffing's gone out of them. You know, Ingrid, I've admired Hans Ruckert all my adult life, almost loved him as a brother. I've no idea how we used to look up to him during the war. His victories were legendary. His record of missions was second to none. Oh, he was stitched together with bits of metal, yet still he remained the great fighter, the handsome charmer. Every woman in Germany was in love with him. But much worse is to realize that the cause one has fought for, hoped for, planned for, is nothing but a delusion. That cracks my heart, Ingrid. Oh, yes, I do have one.
I know that. Gracias.
Señorita, esta noche mucho dolor de...
Ah, sí. Entiende. Gracias.
What was all that?
Just to remind us that the drumming for the festival will start at midnight. And that we're not to be alarmed. What are you going to do? What about the money?
I'm returning to Buenos Aires the day after tomorrow. Telex your leaders. They are to meet me in my hotel suite on Tuesday the 30th. Yes. Yes, I'm making the party fortune available to your group, not the old guard.
What about the Reichsleiter? We need Bormann and his token.
I already have the necessary token. We are ready to move, my dear. This time we have the means and your friends have the will.
And you